Hey everybody, this is James in Pocket Scratch. Not doing a quick live because the news I have I wanted to talk about, it's not like something that just popped up, but it's something I wanted to talk about. So the Dems are going apeshit, saying that it's a constitutional crisis that Doge with Elon Musk and Donald Trump are breaking the law, saying that they cannot circumvent Congress for freezing allocated money to programs, not to departments, just to programs that the departments are sending the money out to, and reducing the government employee count. Right now I think it's up close to like 80,000 people have accepted that the buyout to retire early or to quit with an 8-month severance pay. Let's be honest, if you're going to lose your job and you get an 8-month severance pay, it's pretty good. So the reason I'm saying this is because they're claiming it's against the law, it's a constitutional crisis. But it's funny how they're not mentioning that Bill Clinton did this very thing back in 1997 and even showed a RICO report that showed him having the rights as the president and the executive branch to do this very thing that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are doing right now. And it wasn't just Bill Clinton. Also, President Obama did it again in 2011. So how come in 1997 a Democrat did it, in 2011 a Democrat did it, and it's fine? The Republicans never came out and said it was a constitutional crisis or that it was against the law because they were circumventing Congress. They actually praised them for doing it to help shrink the size of government and the waste. They didn't call it fraud, they were just talking about waste. So it's a little bit hypocritical, and it also shows precedence. You know, they always say that you got to show a precedent that, okay, if you're doing something that people are claiming such a thing, then you can show that it's been done in the past and it was allowed. So no matter all these lawsuits and these injunctions to stop what they're doing, but so far a few things have already been turned over already. So they may be slowing the process, but they're not stopping the process. So Democrats, they're losing badly. They're losing at all fronts. They've become a joke. Matter of fact, the only people who are supporting them anymore are the people that we laugh at, that do these stupid memes on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, all these liberal meltdowns and absurd accusations of what they're worried about what this president is doing. So I don't pay them no mind because those people are, I don't call them low IQ, I call them low information people. So, you know, no matter what you try to do, there's no change in their mind. So it's a waste of time to try to debate them or to try to explain to them where they got it wrong. So don't waste your time. Just know that there's not enough of them. They may have a loud voice because they are the ones getting in front of a camera doing their performances, because that's what it is, it's a performance. Whether they actually believe it 100% or not, they're performing in front of a camera. And so, let's be real. It's a joke. And a lot of people say, well, it's not a joke, because some of these people are so deranged that some of the threats that they make, all the way up to unaliving somebody, those people need to be held accountable legally, because there are laws against that. So hopefully, because we have a new sheriff in town, these people will get held accountable for it, because they were able to say whatever they wanted to say during the Biden 4 years. They could say whatever, and it was fine, because they were threatening us. So Biden was fine as long as you were threatening conservatives. But if you go against the grain of the Democrats and say, like Mayor Adams did in New York, now whether he's guilty of what they're claiming he's guilty of, from what I understand, a lot of it's kind of like campaign violations. That's like a fine, misdemeanor. But they were trying to kick it up just like they did President Trump with his hush money to Stormy Daniels. They turned it into a felony federal case, but it was actually a felony. The state was butting in to making it as a federal case, but they actually did it state. They made it a felony, which we won't even talk about that anymore. That's a waste of time. But let's talk about who should go to jail. I'll go with number one, AOC. And I'll give you a few reasons why I think so. One, She's one of the people hollering about this as a constitutional crisis, and I think what she's afraid of is, as they do their audits and they dig deep into the numbers, because I've said it before, how does a working bartender who struggles to pay her student loans and is living paycheck to paycheck is in Congress for less than 8 years and is worth $29 million now? I think that needs to be looked at, because there's nothing wrong with making money in this country, but let's be honest. Every intelligent thing she's ever said in like those committee hearings and stuff, she read off of a written statement, and which was probably written out for her by somebody else who's probably smarter than her. But when she gets asked questions off the cuff, she sounds like a moron. So it is unusual enough to look into how somebody that before Congress wasn't worth anything, and now it's worth $29 million. But the thing that she actually should go to jail for is why these people love to do this stuff on TikTok and YouTube and stuff. They incriminate themselves. It's kind of like people who film themselves robbing somebody or beating somebody. Idiots. So she goes on to TikTok and explains to illegal aliens on how to evade ICE. Lays it all out for them. Tells them what to say if they get questioned, all kinds of things. So, but there's a law in this country. There's an immigration law about impeding the immigration laws, stopping or hindering ICE from doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I believe that probably will generate a charge against her, whether she actually goes to jail or not, who knows. But there's a new sheriff in town. So she should be criminally charged and possibly go to jail. Next is Ilhan Omar. Now, what I'm about to say is not new news, but more information has come to light that is new news. So it's always been rumored that her second husband is actually her brother, that she married to circumvent the immigration laws to get him into the country, and it made him eligible for grants to go to college and all this other stuff. Well, there's a law about marrying a sibling, blood relative. And also, there's an immigration law about doing that. Marrying somebody to get past the immigration laws. The thing is they're saying that it is past the statute of limitations. Well, here's the new news. It's not when she did it, it's the statute of limitations. It's when an investigation was opened up. And they have a certain amount of time to file charges. And if they don't, once it gets past a certain amount of time, it's past the limit, statute of limitations of doing anything about it. Which a whistleblower has come out and has, I guess he has documentation that shows that the FBI investigated it, knew this, did nothing about it. And so that may be the case. She may have gotten away with marrying her brother, but there is no statute of limitations on the immigration law that you broke. So she could possibly go to jail because there is a new sheriff in town. So we'll see where that goes. Now, something local. I live in Ohio. And here's how moronic the Democrats have become. They literally put a proposal out to impose a $10,000 fine for recreational ejaculation. Which means if you, alone or with a partner, ejaculate without the purpose of creating a child, you could be fined $10,000. Now, we know it won't pass. It's stupid and on its face. But the fact that they actually put that out there, it shows you how stupid the Democrats have become. So, woke's on the run, but it's not dead. So, I just wanted to say that. I just want to do a quick video. So, I'll jump off here. I'll see anybody wants to join me on my live stream on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, on both my channels, Empty Pockets Garage and Jimmy Pockets. But until then, I'm James from Empty Pockets Garage. I'm out of here.